G'day everyone, Ali here. Well, I'm coming to you to show you how, if it works, to use foiling without a foiling machine. So I have got some foil here. I bought this from my local Spotlight store. It was only like $2.99 and I think it's like a 5-meter roll. So it'll last me hopefully forever. Now I don't know if this is going to work because I thought I would just give it a go. Now I've got 2 pieces of cardstock here just for today, so I'm not going to use it for anything except for this. So I've got some clear embossing powder, I've got my VersaMark ink, I've got my Handmade by Ali stamp, which I normally put on the back of my cards. So this is one that I have done with silver embossing powder. So I always use that. So I've got this on just a birthday card that I've made up in readiness. So yeah, so that's what it looks like embossed. Okay, and I'm going to use the same stamp. And I'm going to use the red. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to use my Embossing Buddy still to stamp because I don't want any embossing powder where it shouldn't go. Okay, so I'll get my VersaMark. Okay, I'm just going to stamp it over this side here. Okay, my stamp pad is a little bit dirty there as well. I'll probably need to get a new one. Okay, so I'll just emboss this. Now, you will need to work really quickly on this. I did a card the other day, which was this one. And if you haven't seen this one, I'll put a card up the top here that you can click on. But this has got foiling on it, so around the edge here. And I used clear embossing powder plus a stamp. It was a messy stamp, so I was going for that sort of look. So, and I had to work in areas. So, okay, so let's heat this up. Now, also, to be ready, before I do heat it up, I need a bone folder. So I'm going to use the flat part of the bone folder. And what you'll need to do is, it's the shiny side up. So it's got 2 sides. So it's got a grey dull side and it's got the foil colour. So I want that up. Okay, so I'll just grab my heat gun. Okay, so I need to be ready to stick this down. So I might just actually, let's just zoom in a little bit. Okay. So done, foil down, shiny side up. Okay, and just start rubbing. Okay. You can use the back of your nail when it cools down as well. So you can see that that has transferred some of it off. Okay, now I need to heat this up again, and this is what I mean about working in sections, but unfortunately when you've got a stamp like this you can't. Okay, so I'm going to get this ready. again. Really work that. Okay, and just by reheating, so I'm going to just do this section down here first. And you can use the same piece of foil as well. Oops. I'm just using the back of my nail. Yeah. So that didn't really work. I've made a bit of a mess there, but I'm going to give this another go. Okay, so with these bits as well, I would keep them, because if you're doing like a messy background, you would use your leftovers. Okay, so don't throw that away, that's gold. Okay, so I'll just cut another piece of foil. And look, what might work for one may not work for another. Okay, so this is just something that I'm trying for myself. So I would still urge you just to give this a go still and see if it works for you. Okay, so where's my step? Give it another go. So I don't need to work quickly here because the VersaMark is a slow drying, sorry, ink. So it's like a glue. So, okay. And also it may need practice as well. So yeah, I'm just going to get this ready. Right, let's do this. So when it starts going shiny, that's when you're going to get ready to slap this down and go for it. So let's go. Let's see if I'm going to get this in one go. So you can actually see, hopefully this is going to be a better impression. Okay, so let's lift it off and reveal. Okay, so that is a bit better, as you can see. Okay, so and I did that with the bone folder, so maybe doing it with the back of your nail, maybe not. So I've missed a bit just here and just up there. So let's see if I can just reheat this and see if it'll work. Maybe do a rub. Yeah. So that got that bit. Let's see if that got that. Yeah, still hasn't got that bit there. So yeah, look, am I happy with it? Yeah, yes and no. I'm sort of sitting on the fence with this. Okay, but like I said, just keep that, okay, because I will be using it to do my messy backgrounds, because I do think the foil, that's a technique that I do like. Okay, so okay, so that's with the VersaMark and the clear embossing. Now another thing that I thought of that I'm going to give a go with this foiling is I've got some double-sided adhesive sheet. Now I've got some Ranger one here as well. I might actually just use the Ranger one and just see if it actually works. Now I want to cut out, I don't want to stick the double-sided down just yet. So what I really want to do is I just want to cut, and this is just some grass, so I'm going to go cut that out, and then let's see if I can then stick that onto some cardstock, release the paper, and then just foil the sticky. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I have die cut the leaf. Okay, and I've just got some cardstock here, so I'm just going to see if this is going to release. Once again, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I am just giving it a go. Now I'm just going to, I've got a couple of little pieces in here I just need to get rid of. Now, don't want those little pieces there. Okay, so this is stuck into the die, so which is great. So I'm going to see if I can just release it. So let's have a look. Yep, okay. Yep, there you go. So now I do love it when it's stuck in the die like this, because I can get it a bit on the straight side. So let's just pop that down and just give it a really good press, and let's see if, yep, it'll come up. There you go. Okay, so that's all sticky there. Okay, so just see if you can see that. Okay, so we need to release this here. Okay, so let's release that. Actually, before we do release it, where is my bone folder? I am just going to make sure that, oops, this is really stuck down, because when I release it, I don't want any sticky to come up as well. Now I've just got a little bit of ink there. I think that's off my nail actually. So let's release that. Okay. So just gently pulling that back. Okay, so there's the leftover there. So now let's see if this is going to work. Shiny side up. Okay, and let's stick that down. Now, I'm just using my bone folder here, the flat side, just to use it just like that. So I'm just using a circular motion here just to see if that'll work. Okay, now I don't know if you can see, but it looks like that the foil has stuck. Okay, so moment of truth, let's give this a go. Okay, together, let's go. Wow. You know what? 10 out of 10 for that. That is really, really something. actually. So I might just get my little razor here, mono eraser. I think that's just ink there. It's coming off. Wow. So that is something that is a pro, not a con for not having a Go Press machine. Okay, so I would definitely be using that there. Okay, that's the leftover strip there, so that's what it looks like. So you know what, you could probably even let's give it a go actually. So let's do the what would you call that, the debossed, I'm guessing. So I've actually got some tape here. This is double-sided tape, and you know what, I found this at the cheap shop for $2, and it's 10 meters. You know, craft just isn't in craft. You just got to look in other areas. Okay, so I've got some here. Now what am I going to do? Let's just cut that off because I can use that for something else. Yep, let us just go. Now obviously you'd put a little bit straighter. I think I put it a little bit crooked there, but that's okay. So I'm just going to just stick all that down, make sure it's all down. Okay. Just peel that up to reveal the sticky side there. Okay, now I'm actually going to put this down. So what I'm effectively doing is I'm just using up the rest of the foil, basically. I don't know if this is going to work, but you know what? I'm just giving it a go. I'm having a play. Okay. So that looks like it's all, yep, and you can see up here it's starting to release. So this little bit here is already releasing. So, okay. So let's get, oops. Let's foil up. Now it's going to stick in here, okay? Don't know if it's going to work, but let's give it a go. Okay. If there's any foil that and I'm just easing that off. Okay, just very, very slowly. Oops. And I'll show you what to do with that sticky bit in a tick. So that's really nice. Love that. That's the other side of it. Now, I reckon you could probably, if you just want to keep it like that, to get rid of the sticky, just use your embossing buddy, just to get rid of that. then I've got my rag here. Okay, you could cut that out just like that, and there you go, and that's not sticky as well. Okay, the other thing you could probably do is heat emboss it. So that's that side, and there's that side. So that's another technique as well. I would definitely be using that. 10 out of 10. So that's that one there. Now the next one I'm going to do is with, whoops, some double-sided tape. Okay, so I've seen this on YouTube. So I've got my little piece of card here, and I'm just going to just cut a strip off and just see if this works. So I'm also going to do some dot liner as well. So this puts little dots down. So I thought, I'll give it a go. Got nothing to lose. Okay, so let's get some of this. Now I'm just going to put it up the top here, and once again I'm not going to use this for a card. I'm just doing this just to see if it works. Like I said, if it works for some, it may not work for others, but it's all about just having a play and seeing what does work for you. Okay, so don't be scared just to give it a go. Okay, so I've put that tape down and I've just released the tape. Okay, now shiny side up. Okay, so I'm just going to put that all the way down, and just with my finger I'm just going to massage that onto that tape there. Okay, see if this will give it a go. So give it a really good press. Okay, especially in the corners. Okay, and this would be nice on the front of a card as well. Now I'm running my finger along there and I can see the foil is already being released. So I don't know if you can see that, but I'll just lift that off. Oops. Wow. Now that's really nice. That would make a nice, you know, putting something like that on the front of a card, you know, with a label with your happy birthday message. So use it like a ribbon as such. So that's that one, and that's what's left over. Okay, so I'm going to once again keep that little bit, okay, and use that on other projects. Actually, what I might do is I might see if it'll work with this dot liner. Okay, so I'll just run a line. Now with this, don't know if you can, I'll just zoom in there. Oops. You can see that it's got dots on it. So I'll just keep you zoomed in there. Now I'm just going to give this a go. So once again, just put that down. And I'm just experimenting, so I've just pulled up some of that dot liner there, but that's okay. Okay, just make sure that's all down. Okay, so don't know if you can see that. So it looks like it's stuck down where I want it to stick. So I'll just release it. And there you go. So I don't know if this is going to pull up as such. So I don't think it will. So that's stuck down. I'm rubbing that. So there's a couple of techniques. Now I think this works. I would use that. Okay, that's great. Once again, there's the leftover bit there. So keep that. Okay, that's precious gold for art journaling. Okay, so what are my thoughts on the both of these? I really wouldn't use it with this. I would still use my embossing powders, my coloured embossing powders, like I do here, because it does give a better finish as well. But I really like this effect. So I'd give it a 10 out of 10 for this. For this I'd only give it a 5. So that's my 3 foiling techniques without a foiling machine that I've done today. My overall opinion is yes, these 2 I would definitely do. 10 out of 10. Okay, not so sold on that side, but that side definitely love it. Okay, so, and that's with the die. So that would be 10 out of 10 in my books. The tape and the runner, 10 out of 10. I'd use that hands down again. This one, not so much. I would still use my embossing powders only because it uses such a crisp, or it does finish off crisp. Okay, so I wouldn't do foiling with embossing powder, clear embossing powder, then foil over it. That's just not for me. Now this is my opinion only. What may work for me may not work for you because it depends on the embossing powder, your heat gun, the tape that you use as well. So, and this one I did use the Ranger double-sided adhesive tape, so hands down that works. So overall, I think I will be still purchasing a Go Press because I think both techniques will have their pros and cons. Okay, so I will be going to get a Go Press and I will do a review on the Go Press as well. So I hope you've learnt something or inspired you just to have a play with some foil and techniques. So love to hear your comments down below, and until next time everybody, happy crafting. See ya.